The clock stayed behind after everyone had gone. The hands kept moving through the empty room. I sat beside the window near the square there and let the ticking fill the midnight gloom. The coffee cup beside me still had warmth. The cobblestones outside had gone to still. I found the note she'd left beside the watch there, a thing I meant to read and never will. The clock stayed behind after everyone had gone. The clock stayed behind and I stayed on. The clock stayed behind long after closing time. The clock stayed behind like everything was fine. Some moments never end, even when the hour moves. The clock stayed behind inside its quiet grooves. The clock stayed behind after everyone had gone. The clock stayed behind and I stayed on. The clock stayed behind long after closing time. The clock stayed behind like everything was fine. Even when the hour moves, the clock stayed behind inside its quiet grooves. Hodiny zůstaly pozadu, poté, co všichni odešli. Hodiny zůstaly pozadu, jako by nikdo nešel. Still ticking, still moving. Nobody stopped them, not yet. The clock stayed behind long after closing time. The clock stayed behind like everything was fine. Even when the hour moves, the clock stayed behind inside its quiet grooves. The clock stayed behind after everyone had gone. Still ticking, still there, still midnight across the square came without warning, the way it does when nobody is prepared. They always mark the hour in the darkness and left the echo hanging in the cold air. The last few figures crossed the stones below me, their footsteps fading into winter still. I thought about the watch inside my pocket and all the minutes neither of us filled. Midnight across the square, the clock's still going. Midnight across the square, still knowing. Midnight across the square, the bell's already passed. Midnight across the square, nothing built to last. The ticking somewhere playing something cold and near. Midnight across the square, and I was standing here. Midnight across the square, the clock's still going. Midnight across the square, still knowing. Midnight across the square, the bell's already passed. Midnight across the square, nothing built to last. The ticking somewhere playing something cold and near. Midnight across the square, and I was standing here. Půlnoc přes náměstí a hodiny stále tikají. Půlnoc přes náměstí a vzpomínka stále žije. The time kept going after everyone had gone. One more tick, just one more. Midnight across the square, the bell's already passed. Midnight across the square, nothing built to last. The ticking somewhere playing something cold and near. Midnight across the square, and I was standing here. Midnight across the square, the air still cold, still ticking, still there, still moving. The bells ring softly through the winter square there, the kind of sound that asks for nothing back. I walk the cobblestones beneath the lamplight and heard the echo fade along the track. A figure somewhere in the distance vanished, the way that people go from empty squares. I thought about the watch inside my pocket and all the hours counted down in pairs. The bells rang softly The bells rang softly, but the time stayed on. The bells rang softly, but the night wasn't gone. The ticking somewhere behind me, cold and old and near. The bells rang softly, and I remained right here. The bells rang softly, the clock kept going. The bells rang softly, still showing. The bells rang softly, but the time stayed on. The bells rang softly, but the night wasn't gone. The ticking somewhere behind me, cold and old and near. The bells rang softly, and I remained right here. Дзвонили тише, а години стали тікали. Дзвонили тише, а вспомінка зустала. Everyone who stayed that night heard something. Nobody named it, but everyone stayed. The bells rang softly, or maybe everything was always this quiet, and only the clock was loud. The ticking still somewhere across the stones.
One more minute on the watch before the closing. The kind of minute nobody wants to use. She pressed her fingers to the cafe table and thought about the things she couldn't choose. The piano in the corner played so softly, the kind of melody that winters know by heart. She said this city holds you in its cold nights, and I believed her from the very start. And I believed her sitting there, cold air, the watch everywhere. One more minute before the hands move on. One more minute before the night is gone. The sound inside the cafe, something deep. One more minute, too cold to keep. And I before the night is gone. The sound inside the cafe, playing something deep. One more minute, too cold to keep. Ještě jedna minuta, předtím než ručičky odejdou. Ještě jedna minuta a já jí věřila všemu. And I believed her, sitting there that night. I believed everything the clock held. Everything felt right. One more minute before the hands move on. One more minute before the night is gone. The sound inside the cafe, playing something deep. One more minute, too cold to keep. One more minute, I believed her. Everything felt right that night. The clock still ticking.
The cafe stayed warm past its usual closing, the kind of warmth that nobody admits to needing. We sat there past the last round of hot coffee, without deciding what the clock was reading.
He didn't move when the piano faded slowly. I didn't ask him what he meant to say.
We stayed because the warmth was still worth sitting in, because the cold outside felt far away. The cafe stayed warm, but we stayed anyway.
The cafe stayed warm,
And we had more to say. The cafe stayed warm,
and the night stayed long.
the cafe stayed warm.
Like we needed that song.
Somewhere in the Prague winter,
Cold and dark and near.
the cafe stayed warm.
And we stayed right here.
The cafe stayed warm,
But we stayed anyway.
the cafe stayed warm.
And we had more to say. The cafe stayed warm,
And the night stayed long,
the cafe stayed warm.
like we needed that song.
Somewhere in the Prague winter,
Cold and dark and near,
the cafe stayed warm.
and we stayed right here. Kavárna zůstala teplá,
A zima
pokračovala. Zůstali jsme, protože ticho bylo příliš definitivní.
We stayed because the silence.
Of the ticking clock was real,
We stayed because the warmth.
was the only thing to feel. The cafe stayed warm, and the night stayed long,
The cafe stayed warm.
like we needed that song.
Somewhere in in the Prague winter,
cold and dark and near,
the cafe stayed warm,
and we stayed right here. The clock kept ticking
after everyone had gone.
The cafe stayed warm, but we stayed.
We stayed.
We stayed.
Nobody checked the time when we were sitting. The way you don't when hours have no use. I had the watch inside my coat's front pocket, but kept it there and let the night run loose. The piano held its phrase a little longer than it had any reason left to do. I had a word somewhere below the surface, but let the cold and ticking carry through. Nobody checked the time, the cafe getting quiet. Nobody checked the time, something in her eyes getting quiet. Nobody checked the time, but the hour moved the same. Nobody checked the time, but the night had its own claim. The ticking behind her, still moving from my coat. Nobody checked the time, and I swallowed every note. Nobody checked the time, the cafe getting quiet. Nobody checked the time, something in her eyes getting quiet. Nobody checked the time, but the hour moved the same. Nobody checked the time, but the night had its own claim. The ticking behind her, still moving from my coat. Nobody checked the time, and I swallowed every note. Nikdo se nepodíval na čas předtím, než jsem mohl mluvit. Nikdo se nepodíval na čas a já spolkl ta slova. Something had already ended before we named it. Midnight had already passed. The clock kept ticking. Neither of us moved. Nobody checked the time, but the hour moved the same. Nobody checked the time, but the night had its own claim. The ticking behind her, still moving from my coat. Nobody checked the time, and I swallowed every note. The time still moving,
still there. We weren't ready. The clock ticked longer when she stopped talking, the way things do when silence fills the room. She looked at the table like it held an answer, already known but hidden in the gloom. The cold outside the window held the moment, the way a winter city does at night. She pressed her hand flat on the wooden surface and didn't look for anything inside. The clock ticked longer than anything she said. The clock ticked longer than everything instead. The clock ticked longer without being asked. The clock ticked longer while she sat in the past. Around her like it hadn't heard the things she hadn't said. The clock ticked longer and held everything instead. The clock ticked longer than anything she said. The clock ticked longer than everything instead. The clock ticked longer without being asked. The clock ticked longer while she sat in the past. Around her like it hadn't heard the things she hadn't said. The clock ticked longer and held everything instead. Hodiny tikaly déle, než cokoliv, co kdy řekla. Hodiny tikaly déle, zatímco seděla v minulosti. The ticking louder now than anything she said. The cold air louder now than everything instead. Midnight had already passed. The clock kept ticking. The clock ticked longer without being asked. The clock ticked longer while she sat in the past. Around her like it hadn't heard the things she hadn't said. The clock ticked longer and held everything instead. The clock's still ticking, the cold still moving. She didn't move for a long time. Nobody moved. The clock's still ticking than anything.
winter fog on Charles Bridge came so slowly, the kind that settles when the night goes long. I pressed my hand against the cold stone railing and felt the weight of everything still wrong. The way it held the shape of the hour. Some silences are heavier than winter. Some foggy bridges hold more than the clear. I pressed my fingers on the old stone surface and felt the shape of everything still here. Zimní mlha na mostě, která se usadila v noci. Zimní mlha na mostě, jako konec něčeho. Still cold, nobody here. Midnight had already passed. The clock kept ticking. Still there. The bridge still cold. The fog still moving. Beginning. The clock kept ticking. After everyone had gone, still here, still cold, still moving.
The owl remembered after everything was still. The clock kept moving. The cold kept breathing.
I heard it in the silence after the last voice.
The sound of something staying
When everything had gone.
and I was left with time,
And then without the time,
and then without.
the hour remembered
The way all things do.
the hour remembered.
And I was left with you,
And then without you,
and then without. And I was left with time,
and then without the time,
and then without.
the hour remembered the way all things do.
The hour remembered,
And I was left with you, and then without you, and then without. The hour remembered,
the way all things do.
the hour remembered,
And I was left with you.
and then without you, and then without.
Some hours remember after midnight, some endings.
Never sound finished,
The clock kept moving so quietly.
the quietest thing
I've known.
the hour remembered.
Still cold.
Still cold.
Still cold. After midnight, in Prague the cold came cleaner. The fog had settled into something still. I walked the cobblestones below the old lodge and felt the kind of quiet after will, the kind that comes when time finally rests. A tram moved somewhere near the river slowly. Just metal sound and winter pushed aside. I watched the lamp above the square keep glowing and thought about the watch still going inside. Not tired from the walking, tired from the knowing. Not tired from the walking, from the knowing. After midnight in Prague, it looked like something ending. After midnight in Prague, it felt like the beginning of the part where you accept what the hour had meant. After midnight in Prague, after everything was spent. Not tired from the walking, tired from the knowing. Not tired from the walking, from the knowing. After midnight in Prague, it looked like something ending. After midnight in Prague, it felt like the beginning of the part where you accept what the hour had meant. After midnight in Prague, after everything was spent. Po půlnoci v Praze ulice již tiché. Po půlnoci v Praze zwischen uns beiden. Not tired from the walking, tired from the knowing. The clock kept ticking longer than we did, and that was enough. After midnight in Prague, it looked like something ending. After midnight in Prague, it felt like the beginning of the part where you accept what the hour had meant. After midnight in Prague, After everything was spent, the square disappeared into morning cold. The fog began to thin without permission. The clock kept ticking. After midnight in Prague, already gone. Already gone.
The hands kept moving when she left the table. They didn't know to stop, and neither did I. She left the note beside the cooling coffee and walked out under the old town winter sky. She took the longer way through Malastrana. The stones were cold beneath the lifting fog. She thought about the clock and the cafe evening, and what it means when time becomes a log. Not sad exactly, just not ready. Not sad exactly for the silence, not yet. The hands kept moving before the city woke. The hands kept moving before the morning spoke. She left the note behind her on the table near the door. The hands kept moving and the cold stayed some more. Not sad exactly, just not ready. Not sad exactly for the silence, not yet. The hands kept moving before the city woke. The hands kept moving before the morning spoke. She left the note behind her on the table near the door. The hands kept moving and the cold stayed some more. Ručičky se stále pohybovaly, když ona odešla. Ručičky se stále pohybovaly, als wäre die Zeit stehen geblieben. Not sad exactly, just not ready. The hands kept moving, she left the cold behind. She didn't look back, the stones were cold. The morning had no color yet. The hands kept moving before the city woke. The hands kept moving before the morning spoke. She left the note behind her on the table near the door. The hands kept moving
If I wrote a letter to Prague in 1982, I'd say the square kept me longer than I planned. I'd say the cold was real, and so was everything, and we were more alive than I'd understand.
If I wrote a letter to that midnight cafe table, I'd say I kept the note beside the watch all these years. I'd say I left the coffee near the pocket watch there, and walked out through the old town without tears.
Some cities hold the people who remained long after they moved on.
Some cities hold the people who remained
and keep their clocks going on. Some cities hold the people who remained long after they are gone.
Some cities hold the people who remained and keep the clock going on.
Prague held us
long after we moved on.
The time kept moving
After the people left.
Some cities hold the people who remain long after they moved on.
Some cities hold
The people who remained and keep their clocks going on. Some cities hold the people who remain long after they are gone.
Some cities hold the people who remained and keep the clock going on.
Prague held us
Long after we moved on.
The time kept moving
After the people left.
Praha.
Si nás pamatuje.
Hodiny, které nikdy nezastavily.
Některá města nikdy nezapomenou.
Manchester halten die Wärme.
Lange nachdem wir weg sind
Manchester halten die Wärme.
und lassen die Uhr weiterlaufen.
Some cities hold the people who remain long after they are gone.
Some cities hold the people who remain and keep the clock going on.
Prague held us
Long after we moved on.
The time kept moving
After the people left.
The cafe table is still there.
The cold still moves above,
The watch inside the lamplight.
still holding what we loved.
Some cities hold the memory.
Of people who moved on.
Prague held ours
Long after we were gone.
Some cities hold the people who remain long after they are gone.
Some cities hold the people who remained and keep the clock